the young generation. I wish I had started doing what I'm doing now, maybe 10, 15 years earlier, because I think a lot more would have changed. But it's never too late anyway. And to me, the first thing you have to change is your mindset. Right now, we are working with youngsters, both on entrepreneurship, even those wanting to be employed. And you find someone who says they are looking for a job, they're not willing to even attend an interview. They're not willing to respond to adverts for jobs. They're not willing to look outside the country, etc. It's a mindset issue. It's not about what Zimbabwe is or isn't. It's about who you are. And there are a lot of people making it in this environment. So you can easily be one of those. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Farai Matambanigwe. And now we hand over to the other Farai. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so for my closing remarks, I just want to touch on the power of partnerships in business. I think we were talking about entrepreneurs and how we can actually get our businesses up and running. And so I'll touch on what we did in our current business and how we've managed to benefit from partnering with existing businesses and having a big brother, so to speak. And so we are currently running a credit reference bureau. And so when the concept came about, we knew that there's a gap in the market. We want to have credit information available for financial institutions and various credit providers. And so for you to have that properly, you need to have the systems, you need to have the technology around that. And so trying to reinvent the wheel or starting from scratch was firstly going to be expensive and just the time around that. But we were able to then partner with an existing business that had set up bureaus in other African countries. And so they came in as technical partners and part shareholders. So you can have your brilliant idea, but try and then partner and work with people who've actually been in the industry and succeeded in what it is that you're trying to do. You benefit a lot from doing that. And so by having the right partners, we were able to then attract capital as well into the business. Because, financiers are looking at the risks. Oh, is that my cue to end this? All right, so I think what I'm just trying to encourage is, yes, let's have our business ideas and let's, partner and work with successful people. You learn a lot and you speed up the whole process to market. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Farai. And now over to Alvin.
Well, my closing remarks to my fellow entrepreneurs in here is that opportunities are there, but they need you to be bold to stand up for them. The access is there, but what you need is to see who is also in your phone book. So network a lot, get involved, plug in these areas. The support is there. The minister was talking about the Zim chair, so which means we also have a backup support. And also through my work and what I do as well, we also trying to plug in into see how best we can also bring back some benefits of the works that we've been doing outside the country, and we're trying to drive that back home. And this also brings my request to the Honorable Minister that when you talk of opportunities, support and access, the other blocking door that we have, Honorable Minister, is that also you are not accessible, or the people within your ministries or within government relevant departments. When we also bring ideas maybe to support the ZIM chairs, they are not there. We want to support our ZIM assets and our policies to be effective, but then the access is closed. So we become Zimbabweans outside. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Alvin. And now finally, Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much. I have no closing remarks. I just need to respond to question. Komatafadzo technology. Why is environment not conducive? My first degree is in computer systems engineering. And for 10 years of my life, I was involved in technology. And all I simply did is I did not do computer systems for offices, but I went into industrial automation. My brother is a telecommunications and the electronics engineer, Leo. And that's what we did. And one of the biggest homegrown companies in this country is Econet. So from a technology point of view, my brother, the first thing that you need to get rid of is to say the environment is conducive. That's the environment, whether it's conducive or it is not. Para, forget about it. Peter block, the bulldoze it. Because if you don't do that, you talk about the environment is not conducive. Mukoma Noah, stockbroking. You want to go into stockbroking, Mukoma Noah, right? Very, very clear thing. The stockbroking environment, the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange, is for the Rhodesian economy. None of you can go and list shares. The requirements for listing are too onerous. So we need to be able to create an alternative exchange for everybody of you who's an entrepreneur so that you are able to raise capital. So all of the guys that are saying the stockbrokers, guys, you've got this, the environment is there. We've got good ideas. And yet we want to go into a stockbroking sector that was created for a population of 200,000. That doesn't work, right? Government run, your second point was, is Empower Bank going to be a government run? Right, Amana. Immovariate generations na 8 o'clock and listen to this and watch this boring channel, not ZBC, and listen to the news.
How I say that news though?
Listen to the news. Why must you listen to the news? Because Nkoma, you are asking Kutinonji, is Empower going to be a government-run entity? No, it is not. And you know why? I specifically asked Minister Chinamasa in his mid-term fiscal policy statement to talk about Empower Bank, but talk about Empower Bank being financed from private sector. So far, we're putting a cap of no more than 10% shareholding in Empower Bank within that. Now, why do I say this? And I'm sorry for being, but if you think I'm rude, I must apologize. But I am being honest, guys. Whether you like the government or you don't like it, it's why you put so that you are informed. And the aspect about free enterprise, my brother, I'm sorry to have to tell you this. The reason Donald Trump is building a wall, and the reason he wants it to be a wall, is because it stimulates economic activity in America. The reason Donald Trump is forced, I don't know whether it was GM or Ford to shut down their plans of doing Mexico. That is government intervention. And that happens everywhere. So please don't be told and sold a story by people that are not doing what they say you must do. And state-owned enterprises have performed badly. That is not true. Yes, it is not true. It is not true. Because Dairyboard as a company was a state-owned enterprise which performed well up until it got privatized. Cotton Marketing Board was a state-owned enterprise which performed well until it was privatized. Rainbow Tourism Group. So, guys, we need to look at the facts in their whole totality. Yes, there's certain state-owned enterprises that don't perform well, definitely. But there are some that have also performed well. Second, when you want to be able to be an entrepreneur, you must look at all the facts in their totality. Mukoma tapidwa, is that correct? Mukoma, you're an entrepreneur. One of the things that you didn't do is I put up 3 slides. You didn't look at my last slide. The last slide I put up there was to say, look, these are our offices where you are operating from. There is no Kutiningirkina select. We have youth officers that actually go and try and talk to entrepreneurs that they know. Yes, that they know. And some of them turn around and say, well, no, we don't want to be involved. So they cannot take my records out. But you and I, we've already spoken. And I've put up my details of who's who, so that at least we get to know who you are. Saka, we want to know who you are. And I think part of the problem is that we get into a confrontational attitude. Why must I be? If I know who you are, and if we know who you are as a government, it means we're able to say, look, pana mkoma tapindwa, who has these particular requirements, who can do chakati nechakati. Mkoma tinashe chwesh. Right. Entrepreneurship is not taught. Similarly, Bora, you have a skill, but if you are lying on mercy, you still go for training. And we're very, very clear that what we said is entrepreneurial identification and celebration. We want to celebrate males who are entrepreneurs, where we can find you. But as we do that, we need to be able to upskill. Saka, what is it that we do? Government now then wants to be able to at least so that you can identify who the entrepreneurs are. And it, sorry, the reason I'm standing is so that I can see you. No, it's okay, don't worry. My brother, my disagreeing with your creed does not mean I'm insulting it. I disagree with it. It's not an insult to your creed. I disagree with it. It does not, I don't agree with what it says. So please don't take it as an insult, my brother. And it's okay, but I disagree with your creed. I don't believe in some of the things that you are saying in your creed. But it does not mean that I will not work with you. Because already you had us recite the creed. It's like I will not stand and say, no, I've recited the creed. And let me tell you, no, Koma, I don't agree with this concept about sovereignty. I don't agree with this concept about free enterprise. I don't agree about this concept about law over people. Those are concepts I don't agree with. It is not an insult. So if you took it as an insult, I apologize. I don't mean to insult. Privileged background. My brother, in Nime, I grew up during the liberation struggle. At the age of 13, I was shot. During grade 5, 6, and 7, my mother was not at home because all the time she would only be able to be at the house for 1-2 minutes before she ran off. Because I traveled in my police. And this is how I learned to be an entrepreneur. After my mother had been away for 3 weeks. And I mira panomira ma bus for bus stop. Take some candle. That pets will take some candle doing the cover. So please don't tell me about my background if you don't know it. And then over and above that, you then go on into say, 58 farms. No, I don't have 58 farms. I have 1 farm. No, let's be clear about this. Yes, it is an expression, but those expressions are very bad because you know what they do to you in your mind? It blocks you from the actual capacity to be able to go further. Because we don't want to go, banana Zhuwao 58 farms, saka pana chasara for us. And so I need to be able to clear that. And then over and above that, let me also explain this to you. I was actively involved in land invasions. Actively involved. And now you are praised, my brother. Ndakanotora. Ndine wangu murungu wandakadzinga. And this is, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, I want to put a netema. Because business is not for the faint-hearted. And Saka, you must go for it. And if I know that this is not a dark matter, in Panaka Zolo Zinga Wangu Murungu, and I am putting Gara Fado Garari Papa Chetira, they will know it's okay, Mark, you're still okay. That means that we generally want this or this or Pinda Padeva Pata in the test. But that's what right, the way Shabbat is to change. And unfortunately, guys, especially your generation, you actually don't get to realize you have to be aggressive to get some of this. Especially in this economy where the majority of the market is black. And we then turn around and you say, no, SI 65. She sat there and said, I want my coup. And then I then said, but Mzukuru, you are being unfair. Are you having your South African chickens? No, she's not. Why? Because they taste, unfortunately, I'm going to use a 4-letter word. Huh? I did. They taste like a 4-letter word. But it's because in terms of fresh produce, we've got good quality. But yes, we're still busy without, no, I want to have my coup, I want to have my lease. Come on. Sorry.
Your lace Chimbomira.
You want to be part of the 39,358. Definitely. In each and every province, it says, I know, chef, my students are aware of our name, unless we do lunch. Lunch. I was doing the ministry, there was no budget for it. And guess what the guys did? They stood in front of the hall that we were supposed to go to. And no, said. This is what student politics then gets to. But I still went in, and when I went in, there were less than 20 people. And I started making my address. I said I will address Canada, even if there are 20 people. But I still addressed. And the concept still remained. And I still left the concept, the entrepreneurship, there, it's there with your dean of students. So we are engaging with you, my brother. Somebody is saying, you are not, sorry, let me also touch this. Minister, you're not accessible. I am very accessible. I actually have, on my Facebook page, I actually have my telephone number. And as a result of that, I'm not also going to pizza from a group, especially when I never took it through the cyber revolutionaries. Or not pizza from a group, how much don't you took it? After about 20-30 minutes, one of it dramatic. Because I didn't get in action. But I'm accessible. Talk to me at any time. If you don't even have my number, you can actually get my phone number if you go onto my Facebook page account. It is there. So accessibility actually iripo. Decentralized universities. It's the issue of National Youth Service. Go to the next slide so that I can respond to that. Yeah. Right. What we're saying is we have 5 National Youth Service camps. So we are moving to 10 of those, 1 per province. But we want vocational training centers in each and every constituency, from 42 that we had at the beginning of the year, to 1 per constituency, with a satellite center in each and every one of the 1,936 wards that we have in the country. Right. Curriculum development, links, major projects, mineral beneficiation. Very good, guys. National Youth Policy. You guys know there's a National Youth Policy, isn't it? Right. One of the most important things about the National Youth Policy is it says there must be a 25% quota for young people in all economic endeavors. And it. Now, the problem with actually fulfilling the 25% quota is that there is no one, and there has not been anyone to be able to turn around and say, Minister Joram Kombo, but $983 million that's going to be spent in constructing the road from Byte Bridge to Harare, of which 40% is meant to go to local contractors. 25% for young people is going to go to these young people that can provide these services that do this work. Now, 25% of that 40% of 983 million is $98.3 million. So, I will conclude by saying, when I talk about entrepreneurship, and when I talk about business, I can talk to you about all the businesses that I've set up. Some of them have collapsed, some of them are still running. But one of the things that I know that makes obscene amounts of money is agriculture. But all the same, there are various other opportunities that exist in this economy. And a lot of those opportunities are created within the environment, the environment, within the context of knowing where the country is going. So, generations, isaipa digiri record. Use homu madaracho anoboa kana achitaura, but atererei, because there is a certain amount of value that also exists in the newspaper. Take a herald raton. It doesn't have the stories that you like, but it will tell you could be something that is going on in my tobacco auction floors. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister.
$1 billion industry. My dashboards of most modern cars are made from this fiber here. Okay. And it's an emerging area where Minister Parrenatwa is actually trying to convince the rest of us colleagues okay? And that is a massive, massive opportunity.
I mean, it's an obviousity. Right?
No, it's a massive opportunity. And as you live here, if you don't have a business idea, just go and Google the actual value that is there, because the oil itself is used within the pharmaceutical industry. The fiber of the plant. Then there is, the actual component here, cannabis, the drug, it's used in medicine. Sakatidango seke, but one of the things that you must do is whenever you meet somebody, whenever you have an interaction, you must take back one thing, at least one. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister. I think he has thoroughly answered the questions that were posed. Whether we agree with them or not is another story. So I think just out of interest's sake, I asked a question at the beginning. And I said, how many of you believe what the minister said? And I ask the same question again now as we narrow to the end of our program. How many of you believe what the minister said tonight? Look, you've got more hands. Look at that. Matendoga, you guys are so easy.
Wait a minute.
You are so easy.
Wait a minute. If I was there, because I'm a minister. If I say, tell me what you know, because what you believe is out. I know Daro right, but
Thank you, Minister. Okay, those are very interesting statistics, actually, the turnover after this 2 hours, believe it or not, you've been here. I didn't realize how time flies. And I might give out money. Homework, okay, it's okay. Thanks for coming. We're going to wrap up now, as I said, with the 4 minutes. I'd like to call up to the front Rufaro Masiwa. If you could come and give us, what is it? Masiwa, sorry about that. If you can come and give us your 60 seconds. Can I have someone from JCI to time us? So she really is 60 seconds in.
Only 60?
Only 60. Of course. No, it's... You literally have 60 seconds. Who's timing for us? Who? Who's timing? Where's your timer? Go very good. Do one Mississippi to that time.
I guess we have to go come on or I'll time myself.
Huh?
Wait, no. I mean,
it's like a soccer player saying, I'm keeping time.
Timing. Time.
Alright, I'm literally stopping you after 60 seconds. There are no favors today. Okay. It's the name of the game. Are you ready? Please put your hands together for Rufaro Masiwa. Just encourage her. Okay, these 60 seconds could change her life. Alright? Alright, you're starting in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, thank you very much for allowing me or giving me this platform to share what my passion is. which is health and fitness. Basically, quick story of mine. I grew up being a chubby child, but luckily my parents gave me the education and the tools to become healthy and enrolled me in a gym. Now, in an age where we have a lot of non-communicable diseases, a lot of people can be a little bit overweight, blood pressure, diabetes, people don't have the right information to make the right choices in terms of what they should eat, how they should exercise. So what I came up with is an app. It's threefold. First is the virtual personal trainer, where it is customized for your needs and for based on what you prefer. Second is a personal nutritionist, who will design meals for you, and not only that, gives you an arsenal of recipes to help you eat and be better. Now, I understand a lot of us can be busy and we don't have enough time to make these meals. So what I also created was an app store where you can purchase and after we can
thank you. Please put your hands together for Ruvheneko. Thank you very much. Well done. All right, Sakanyeke Maibata, Nditi. I think it is definitely an interesting industry and very encouraging to hear from our race, which is something we sometimes do take a bit lightly. So thank you very much for that. We don't know where that will go, but of course you can always contact JCI Zimbabwe. Those of you watching at home, wherever you are, if you're interested in that and wanting to support Ruvheneko, please get in touch with JCI Zimbabwe and they'll be happy to take you forward and connect you with her. And those in the audience as well, if you're interested and want more information, please do the same. All right, next up we have Tofara Chokera. Tofara, please may you come up. Hey, towards the ladies, it really is Women's Month. Hey! Love it. All right, I need a timekeeper as well for this one. Okay, you got that. Okay, there, thank you. All right, let us know. You can count it in. Let us know when you should start.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tofara Chokera, and I am an internet marketer. I have got my business, which is called African Print Zimbabwe. I am a bulk distributor of African print fabric, which I'm getting from Ghana and India. I'm bringing in a business opportunity in Zimbabwe for distributorship of this fabric. I would like to call upon all entrepreneurs who would like to sell at a profit my fabric to get hold of me. For more information, visit my website, tofaraonline.com. Thank you.
Time. Yes, ma'am. Did you practice that at home? Thank you very much, Tofara. Is what you're wearing a product of what you sell?
Yes.
It is. All right. Thank you. Okay. And next up, we have Togozile Bila. If you could please come up. Togo. Okay, Togo, take it away. You can start in 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, I'm Tokosibila and I'm a engineering student at Harare Institute of Technology. Are you aware of the number of dam sites in Harare alone? I figured out a way that you can reduce the number of dam sites in Harare and make a profit. You can use plastics made with, not made with, make tiles. These tiles are durable, they are non-toxic, they are easy to make, they are cheap, they are easy to use, and they are cheap to make as well. Because plastics are easy to find, they are everywhere, and they require less power as compared to fabricating tiles from raw materials, and they are also
All right, thank you very much. You done? Thank you, Togo. All right, so this is a recycling, I guess speaking to the manufacturing sector, very interesting there. I think it's important to take from what she was saying. I could see you a bit nervous there, but we heard your message, and it's definitely a solid one. I think in an industry where there are lots of alternatives to building, and many people are building and constructing, I think that's definitely something we can look into. So get in touch with Togo there if you're feeding that idea. And then, last but not least, on our 1-minute pitches is Nyagura, Agnes Nyagura. Agnes, please come up. All right, Agnes, you can start in 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and means to say the ultra services are the ones that certified to us. A client has to pay the subscription per month and to mature after 3 months. We offer any legal services, be it legal, labor, criminal, drafting of contracts, any legal service that you may think of. And apart from the legal service, we are also a will license lender, which means by virtue of you or of the client joining us, we draft will and we do the registration at the Masters of High Court. And also, we also partner with Paternal Funeral because of the scarcity of
10 seconds.
but we venture into an agreement with Paternal so that for the benefit of our clients, it will be a one-stop shop whereby they will
Time. Thank you. All right, thank you very much, Agnes. Okay, so I'll ask now to those in the audience, any interest in any of the businesses, whether you want to know more because you want to actually be a client, whether you want to be a partner, whether you want to be a blesser, please, now's your chance. You got a hand up in the front, great, okay. I'm actually curious to know which ones, so please tell us which ones.
Well, the Agnes's business, and that's youth employees in Dublin. What we're actually looking for, one of the things we want is young people who can provide services, legal services, to young entrepreneurs. So your business will actually fit into that. So if you engage Zimbabwe Youth Council under the youth employees model that the minister spoke about, Youth Shape Zimbabwe. Is it shape?
Shape, literally body shape, the fitness one? The other one.
Youth Shape is construction.
Right.
The tiles.
Okay.
The construction. And
the
you know, one of the
initiatives
that Ministry of Local Government is putting in place is the housing for young people. So your idea would actually be something to also present and say, look, here is something that we think can then feed into that as far as tiles are concerned.
Thank you. Good. Any other interests? Please pass over the mic. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I run a trust that deals with sustainable development issues. So there's a lot of funding for projects like yours where you create products that are friendly to the environment. Povo Africa Trust.
Which business are you speaking to? Which 1 minute pitch?
The lady who does plastic tags.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Nice. Any other comments? I see a hand there. Please pass that over. 2 hands. Great. 3. Woo! This is exciting. Nice one. That's the Ruvheneko client. I like that. All right, there's a hand right there. Let's hear some more. Good.
Okay, thank you. My name is Minlo Kutsira. I work for M&K Consulting. It does common registration, that's clearances, but registration, annual returns, and some related issues. Don't worry, I've got some stuff for you, like a business card. I'll give them to you.
You'll do what, sorry?
I do consultancy actually in common registration, desk clearances, VAT registration.
I see. Okay, thank you. For all of the businesses.
Yeah, for all of the businesses.
Very nice. All right, good. I like that. More hands there. 1, 2, 3. Let's keep it moving.
Okay. I'm interested in Ruvheneko's business. I'm actually a product of an unlikely industry. I actually work in the medical field. And I've picked up a couple of tips that can work very well with your idea. I think it's brilliant you've come up with that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, my name is Nashana Mazao. I'm a marketing student. I would love to support Tofara's idea. I actually had the idea in mind. I really wanted to get into this fabric business, getting the material from Ghana. But I would love to be one of the distributors because I'm just getting it from. Thank you.
Lovely. And last 2 hands. We got 2. There's one at the back and one here at the front. Please get inspired. We can take more.
Evening. I'm Jamuga Chuta, and I'm into construction. I'm very interested in the business pitch presented by, I forget the names, but the lady who spoke about recycling. Because I feel in construction you need to be innovative and initiative. Try to use recycled material like the tiles that she spoke about. So I think there's really big business that we are going to look about in that place. And also the lady who spoke about legal services. Being a contractor myself, I'm always back and forth in the court because of the contractual issues. So I will talk to those ladies.
Lovely. Thank you very much. And one more up front.
Thank you very much. My name is Tatina Manina. I'm a JCI Chinoi local president. And in Chinoi, we are about to start the waste management project in partnership with a number of sectors, including the beverage and other sectors, including M and law. So I'm interested in this and to come for consultations as well.
Excellent. Well, ladies, you have heard the support just from the room right now. One more hand we're going to take, then unfortunately I'm going to have to hand over back to JCI.
Okay, on behalf of Harare Institute of Technology, we are involved in protecting your ideas, the patenting process, the commercialization part of it. So your brilliant ideas, I think she knows our technology center. We are there for commercialization of local technologies. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to wrap up this part of the program. It has been inspiring and it has been long. We went well over time, but I think it was well worth it. I definitely learned a lot, and I hope all of you did too. Thank you very much to our panelists for availing your time, your expertise, your knowledge. Thank you so much. And to each of you that are here, the minister seems to want to say some more, but I'm not going to allow it. I'm going to hand over now to JCI. And Ruvheneko, it's been an absolute pleasure hosting this evening. Good night from me. Be good. And if you can't be good, be safe. Handing over now to O'Brien from JCI. Please don't be bullied by the minister. He doesn't have a mic, so feel free to continue with the program.
To the budding entrepreneurs, do you need some advice? The ones that preach. Thanks. Rufaro, nice speech with nice speech, nice product. From a marketing point of view, two things. Have a brand. Figure out what the brand is. Let people remember a name. That's number one. Vitality, brilliant. Number two, identify somebody, pick Ruvheneko, and make sure Ruvheneko is provides third-party endorsement for your products. That's second. And then Tofara. I love Tofara online. The branding, brilliant idea. But also go beyond just the distributorship. You need to know who is manufacturing. Develop a database of the guys that are doing this. Chokozile, you are very, very lucky you're at Harare Institute of Technology. You've got witness over there. But from a gender perspective, you've also got Dr. Messi Manucci. She's also, she's one of your lecturers, huh? She's at HIT, but she was a second runner-up for the total startup of the year. And her project is recycling, making charcoal briquettes. So connect with her, get her to mentor you. If she refuses to mentor you, ask me to bully her so that she can mentor you. Agnes, legal aid. Guys, I want you to be able to recognize something. One of our biggest and best entrepreneurs in this country is a chap by the name Philip Mataranyika. He runs Nyaratu. Now, when one looks at Nyaratu, you think of it as a funeral assurance company. But it is now the third largest insurance company, a financial services company in the country. So where you're going, you want to be able to decide Are you providing financial services? Because legal aid is a financial service. Or are you providing legal services? But you're onto, and I like the way you've tied in with the funeral assurance company. Brilliant. All of these, and then to JCI, to the organizers, guys, manyadzisa, because if one looks at your poster, you're at a panel, you have a room chete, and I said to Ruvheneko, I'm not going to go attend that thing unless they can find a lady. And these 4 young ladies have embarrassed you by being the ones that pitched. Well done to the ladies, especially on International Women's Day.
Thank you. I'm really going to say thank you to you for the last time now. Thank you very much again to our panelists. I think I'll hand over now to the National President of JCI, Tinashe Ruvheneko. Please may you come and close proceedings for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I was going to defend our declaration of principles, but I'm not going to. Simply because there's a line which says the brotherhood of men transcends the sovereignty of nations, and it allows us to be very different in a way. But it also allows us to appreciate our race, our creed, our beliefs. So we are not going to force the minister to believe in what he doesn't want to believe, because this creed speaks to him. He's allowed to believe in whatever he believes. But we love him because he's a human being. So I'm not going to defend. I'm not going to defend the creed, but maybe for the benefit of others, you might want to do a bit of research. Just Google the JCI creed and see what it says. But I would like to really thank you very much for coming, Minister. For your information, JCI is 102 years old in the world this year, and JCI Zimbabwe is 50 years old in 2017. So I happen to be the 50th JCI Zimbabwe National President. I once saw a few letters, and Rudo Boka was. So we should celebrate together. I saw some minutes sometime back where Rudo Boka's name was mentioned. So I'm so happy to finally see her, and she acknowledges that she was a JCI member. So to the organizers, thank you very much. To those that have not joined JCI, this is also an opportunity for you to learn from the best, because we're young people, and Minister Mnebas, if you could feel the passion that the young people have, we still have a long way to go. So thank you very much.
All right, just round up.
Sorry, just a request, yes. Oh my God, sorry.
Guys, sorry, before I forget, over the past 2 weeks, we've had quite a significant amount of rain, and the number of people that have lost literally everything that they have. Shoes, livestock, that have been washed away by the floods. So from where you are, you may have an extra pair of shoes that you don't need, a shirt that you don't like anymore. And just try and bring it to, I'm not sure who's doing it, but the Civil Protection Department, the Ministry of Local Government. Those guys, some of them literally don't have any blankets. And we as a government have then gone out to the international community and asked, can some of those people be helped? What has happened with some of those floods is literally all homesteads have been washed away. So I thought, look, let me just make that appeal to you. Think about wherever it is that you want to be able to donate. It's not just Cholocho. Right now, all of Chireti South is ballooned because Rude is overflowing, Sabe is overflowing, Limpopo is overflowing. Sorry, Ruvheneko, I know good to know, but there's lots that you can do. Even if it's just one pair of shoes.
Thank you very much for coming, and this is the closure of our meeting. See you next time.
How are you?